They're dancing for the kids. Students are here at the Hugh S. Greer Fieldhouse for its 9th annual Zumbathon. At the dining hall, students may get grains, poultry, or vegetables. But what about bugs? Here at the Rome Commons tonight, the UConn Dining Hall hosted a bug feast where 100 students gathered to dine on edible insects. Today at the Conover Auditorium, 3 journalists shared their experiences covering the 1980s civil wars in Central America. On senior day, the UConn women's hockey team took on BU for their regular season finale. The UConn Huskies are hoping to win against a top conference contender. They're dancing for the kids. Students are here at the Hugh S. Greer Fieldhouse for its 9th annual Zumbathon. The goal of Zumbathon is to raise money for the Connecticut Children's Medical Center and to help spread the word about this cause.
So I'm actually running Zumbathon. I'm the Director of Special Events and Volunteers for Huskython 2019, so this is like one of my big events that I run for Huskython. This is like our annual thing. It's probably one of our biggest special events.
Multiple student organizations as well as outside sponsors donate to Zumbathon.
Our office has donated $500 to Huskython for the kids, and we just want to make sure that everyone here is also being environmentally sustainable and keeping that in their periphery while they raise money for a great cause.
I'm the dancer representative for the water polo team, and every individual dancer can collect up to a minimum of $200, and that as a group collectively contributes to hopefully over $1 million at the end.
Alex explains how this event differs from other fundraising events that might have a similar goal.
Everyone gets to come and work out for 2 hours, but it's also completely benefiting Huskython and Connecticut children. So I think it's just because it's so easy and it's so fun.
Getting fit has never been so rewarding, but the dancing doesn't end here. In a few weeks, students will be dancing again for the kids at Huskython. For UCTV News, I'm Tama Moni. At the dining hall, students may get grains, poultry, or vegetables. But what about bugs? Here at the Rome Commons tonight, the UConn Dining Hall hosted a bug feast where 100 students gathered to dine on edible insects. UConn chefs added crickets, mealworms, and grasshoppers to each of the 4 main dishes, including a dessert.
And the ones that are being used mostly here in North America are things like mealworms and crickets, just because they're easy to produce, and that's a key in terms of being able to mass produce them for human consumption.
This dinner showed students how eating insects could be an alternative to protein and sustainable for the environment.
There were some, beef and pork there when if the initiative was to push sustainable protein sources. I thought it was a little backwards to be putting it in a burger. But still, everything was very good, very high quality.
My favorite dish was the beef sliders. I don't eat beef because it wastes a ton of energy and space and land and water. So I was really excited for this opportunity to eat something that tastes very similar in a way that's very sustainable.
Professor Legrand said that researching the types of insects humans can eat are important in learning how to harvest them.
And what gets eaten really is based on the flavor and obviously the safety, the long-term experience that humans have had knowing that certain insects are safe to eat.
Eating insects can be a sustainable way to get protein from your diet, and they can be tasty too. Reporting for UCTV News, I'm Tama Moni. Today at the Conover Auditorium, 3 journalists shared their experiences covering the 1980s civil wars in Central America.
I think we were thinking that maybe we could avoid the same kind of tragedy if we did our job reporting the real stories on the ground as the Salvadoran people or the Nicaraguans were.
Guests saw their panelists dive deep into the dangers of reporting their stories in unfamiliar places.
As an aspiring journalist and travel journalist, I thought it would be really interesting hearing about what they went through and their trials and tribulations covering something so dangerous in Central America.
One of the pieces I read recently was by John Lee Anderson in the New Yorker this past summer, which was just the most cogent, concise summary of Nicaragua's history in the last 100 years that I think exists.
Robert Nicholsberg said he had to follow strict guidelines with the Army unit that protected him while he took pictures on the field.
Remember, I'm not a trained soldier or Marine, and they know that. I'm a liability. So I have to turn that around and become an asset in a way, or neutralize my liability status for them to feel comfortable with me being there.
These journalists on the ground reporting gave us a window into a world we wouldn't normally see and a realistic perspective on war conditions. Tama Moni, UCTV News. A truck driver was struck and killed by a vehicle in Orange Monday. Officials said 45-year-old Stephen Sylvester of Harwington was hit by a car driven by a 79-year-old woman. Authorities said Sylvester was standing by his flatbed tractor-trailer truck parked on Route 34. WTNH reports that the investigation is ongoing and no charges have been filed at this time. NBC News reports that charges against Empire actor Jussie Smollett have been dropped. In February, Smollett was indicted on 16 counts of federal disorderly conduct after allegedly filing a false police report. The felony charges came after Smollett allegedly faked a hate crime attack against himself because he was unhappy with his pay on the hit show Empire. His character has been cut from the final episodes of the 5th season.